Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Police in Macomb County chased down a would-be home invader, and tonight they're giving credit to an alert babysitter.
And a surprise decision by a judge to throw out the state's case against the controversial owner of a local crematorium. That judge saying the charge against O'Neill Swanson was nearly manufactured by the state.
Investigators raided Ypsilanti's TriCounty Crematorium last summer, saying remains there were being badly mishandled. That led the Attorney General to bring a felony charge, which is now dismissed. Sean Lay live in Ypsilanti with how that came about and reaction from Swanson himself. Sean.
Devin, huge development here. First of all, we're at the crematorium. The notice here remains building may not be occupied. Equipment may not be used. The place is still closed because the state and Laura maintain that bodies were mishandled here. They charged owner O'Neill Swanson with a crime, but a judge has dismissed that, and Swanson is reacting to this big development tonight.
It was a frightening experience for me and my family.
In October, Attorney General Dana Nessel charged embattled crematory owner O'Neill Swanson with the improper disposal of bodies, a 10-year felony. Tonight, he's reacting to the case being dismissed.
Laura let this linger on and on and on.
Washtenaw County Judge J. Cedric Simpson ruling that the Attorney General didn't have the evidence to support the charge. The judge indicating the charge was almost manufactured by the state.
The state cannot allow conditions to exist for the creation of a crime.
Swanson today answered all of our questions about his controversial past, pleading no contest in 2019 to misusing funeral funds and losing his mortuary license. He admits his wife applied for the license to run the TriCounty Crematorium. He says because his wife works with him. He also says he reached out to Laura when bodies were discovered, a problem he says he inherited from the previous owner.
There was a factual and legal impossibility that I could have been guilty of this crime. Maybe some other crime, but not this crime. I'm very disappointed and very astonished that the Department of Licensing and Regulation did not allow us to continue activities so that we could have at least provided final disposition for the remains of the people that were there.
Well, guess what? Number one, she has the wrong guy. And number two, now the accountability really needs to come out, and it probably lies with Laura.
So much going on here. Back here live, we did ask the Attorney General and the Attorney General's office for comment about this case being dismissed. Their statement tonight, quote, "We're reviewing our options on this." But so is Swanson reviewing this with his attorney Clint Pesco, because of now the state still has this place shut down and Swanson wants it back. It's his business, he says.
Wild turn. All right, Sean.
All right, back in the U.S. and reunited with his family. Huntington Woods native Danny Fenster is talking about the conditions he faced in a Myanmar prison and how he survived. For more on this, we go live to Local 4's Rod Maloney again outside Danny's parents' Huntington Woods home with more.
Yeah, Kimberly, you know, Danny Fenster hasn't seen this setup yet. The neighbors wanting him to know they're happy that he's home. The family apparently staying in New York City, and they want to keep things private and enjoy their time together, and who can blame them for that? But at the same time, there's probably going to be a long discussion about exactly what happened, the conditions he was under. And yet we got a little window into that today when Danny Fenster talked about his imprisonment.
You wake up really early. You drink some instant coffee that you've made the night before, and then you read for as many hours as you can focus on the book that you have, and then you go outside and you walk in a circle for a little while.
The insane prison, and yes, that's its name, is where Danny spent 6 months in a general population. He said he was not mistreated.
I would jog. It's a very small little circle to jog around, and there were some sort of makeshift weights. I would lift weights a little bit, and then eat, and then try to read some more, and then stare at the wall, think, wait until it got dark and I could lay down and go to bed.
He said he had some friends inside, but mostly stayed to himself. His wife, Julianne, a Brazilian diplomat, dutifully brought him food packages every 2 weeks. Today would have been a visit day. He also admits he pressed his luck with the guards.
I came in there at first with an attitude that I'm not going to be here very long and I'm going to stand my ground. And it didn't take too long to figure out that I didn't have a whole lot of ground to stand on.
They battled over allowing him to sleep with the lights off. They wouldn't allow it. Danny slept on a wooden pallet, by the way. He admits also that at times things did get tough, but in the end, he persevered.
You know, every day it's sort of up and down, and then you have some dark moments, and then you have some days that are just pretty much completely fine.
Now, this has been a very emotional story, but also very serious. And yet Danny did get a couple of laughs at his press conference. One of the things he said was that he didn't know this. The guards were getting him together to come home. He didn't know he was coming home, so they said the dress code is casual. So he put on a pair of shorts and a shirt and some sandals, and he had his hat. That did get a laugh out of the press corps in New York City. So the family, we're still waiting to get to see them, get a chance to talk to Danny in person. That may happen in the next couple of days. We'll have to see. But for now, reporting live from Huntington Woods, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
And so glad to have him home. So many family members and friends as well. All right, Rod, thank you.
Michigan now leads the country in new coronavirus cases per capita. The CDC's COVID data tracker currently has Michigan with the nation's highest daily case average per 100,000 people. New York Times reports the FDA could authorize booster doses of Pfizer's vaccine for all adults. That could happen as early as Thursday of this week. Meanwhile, Pfizer is also asking the FDA for emergency use authorization for its experimental antiviral pill to treat cases of COVID-19. As cases climb locally, so do the number of questions being submitted to our Dr. Frank McGeorge at clickondetroit.com. And Frank McGeorge joins us live to answer more of your concerns. Doc, let's start with one from a parent ready to get her kids vaccinated.
Yeah, Devin. So Letice from Detroit is wondering, can my child get the vaccine if they currently have a cold? Well, Letice, if their symptoms are mild, then yes, it's still fine to get them vaccinated. Now, if they're really not feeling well, then you should wait until they recover. Now, here are some more of your questions.
Sheila from Lapeer writes, my family is getting together for Thanksgiving in Illinois at my sister's house. We are all vaccinated. I found out today my nephew is bringing his unvaccinated girlfriend to dinner. She and my nephew plan to take a COVID test and wear masks except during dinner. I am concerned for my 82-year-old father. What are your thoughts regarding risk level? While it would be safer if everyone was vaccinated, having anyone who is not get tested and wear masks will reduce the risk for your father. I would also make sure he's seated as far away as possible from the unvaccinated guest during the meal to reduce his exposure when masks are not being worn. Now, another viewer asks, how will the vaccine eventually leave the body? Could something occur in 10 years? The mRNA in the vaccines is very fragile, and your cells will break it down within days. Experts estimate the spike proteins that the vaccine triggers your body to make will last a few weeks before they're destroyed. That's enough time for your immune system to learn how to recognize them and make antibodies to react if you're exposed to COVID in the future. Generally speaking, because vaccines don't stay in your body for very long, historically, most vaccine side effects tend to occur either immediately, in the first 3 days, or the first 6 weeks.
Now finally, Kathy from Highland asks, if someone who received the Pfizer booster 2 weeks ago was in contact with an infected person, is it necessary to get tested for COVID? So the answer is, if that vaccinated person is experiencing any symptoms, then yes, get tested. Now if they're not, but they were in close contact, and that means within 6 feet for more than 15 minutes cumulatively over 24 hours, then they should also still be tested after 5 to 7 days.
And we know with these new requests being made of the FDA, new questions will continue to pour in. Keep sending them to us, and Dr. Frank McGeorge will keep handling them. All right, Doc.
Well, the state has shut down a home daycare in Garden City after learning a child there was put inside a clothes dryer. Happened this summer at a home on Marquette Street. According to the Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, a child who lives in the home admitted to a social worker they had put one of the daycare children inside a dryer and turned it on. The victim told their mother about it, saying it was, quote, hot and it was dark and it hurt my back. The state says the daycare operator didn't tell the victim's mother about it, then gave false information to an investigator.
President Biden set to visit a General Motors plant in Detroit tomorrow. The bigger story may be the bold statement being made inside, and it's brought Tom Costello and NBC Nightly News to town.
We are here in Detroit at the all-new Factory Zero for General Motors. This used to be the Daycare plant, but they have completely renovated this to go all electric, all green. This is the brand new version of the Hummer, the electric version of the pickup truck. The numbers are incredible. It goes from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. The range, 350 miles. Coming up on NBC Nightly News, we're going inside this all-new electric vehicle plant that General Motors is opening up, with President Biden coming here tomorrow. And as you know, General Motors has made a pledge. It wants to be doing nothing but electric vehicles by 2035. Coming up on NBC Nightly News, we'll hear from the CEO of General Motors, Mary Barra, on why the time is now to go green, what other vehicles are in the GM fleet in the coming years, and why almost certainly you will be putting an electric vehicle in your driveway in the months or years ahead. I'm Tom Costello here for Local 4. Back to you.
Thank you, Tom. And you'll see Tom's full report on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt starting right here at 6:30. A Hummer getting to 60 miles an hour in 3 seconds.
Is it really a Hummer?
That's a good question. We might need to rethink this. Yeah.
Oh, really? All right. We look forward to that. And then coming up ahead, police say a babysitter helped them bust a would-be home invader.
But they also have a warning about why this Macomb County home was targeted to begin with. It involves something people commonly post on social media. Let's check in with Paul.
Yeah, normally at this time of day, if I'm showing you temperatures in the 30s, you're thinking that we're going down into the 20s overnight. Well, let me just tell you, when you wake up tomorrow morning, at least some of you, it's going to be in the 50s. Wait till you see this forecast straight ahead.
Bloomfield Hills High School making news for all the wrong reasons. Racist messages on social media, graffiti in the bathroom. And now Phoenix Williams, who himself was the victim of a racist rant in Bloomfield Hills years ago, is speaking out.
There needs to be a zero tolerance policy on any racial or hate speech.
You'll hear his message for school leaders coming up tonight.